Yo, what's good everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. And in case you've been living under a rock, recently the America's Cup happened for Geoguessr, which was held over in Stockholm with 8 of the best players from the Americas region. And I was one of the analysts there on the desk. So between games, I was giving analysis. And yeah, this was obviously an amazing experience. So I just wanted to run through what it was like to go over to Sweden, kind of give you some behind the scenes details, and yeah, just tell you all about it. And I'm hoping to do it with no editing, so if I stumble over myself or leave in any awkward pauses because I'm used to editing myself out, well, you know, that's just the way it goes. But yeah, I just wanted to take you through it. I'm going to take you through a bunch of photos and also just like give you my thoughts on the event as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to switch over to the gameplay. Yeah, nice, or the my gameplay tab, and show you guys how things panned out. So obviously, spoilers are ahead. If you want to go check out the finals, it's on the Geoguessr official YouTube channel, and the finals were insane. So let's get to talking about it. Obviously, the players, can we see the full list of players here? I don't know if there's actually a way to do that. But okay, we have Group A here. We had Orlando, Foul, Fly Me, Totem. And then Group B, we had Gingy, Jake Lyons, Chicago Geographer, and Moo. So obviously, you know, Gingy winning the whole tournament, big story there. And I think one thing that like maybe didn't really come across that well in the broadcast, but he's like he doesn't really know meta that well. He claims he doesn't know low cam, which I'm not quite sure I believe, but he definitely like doesn't study antennas, doesn't study camera generations too much. So if you're like one of the more purist kinds of players, then that's definitely something, you know, you could root for him in the World Cup. But definitely a super interesting player, pretty weak on moving, pretty cracked on the other game modes. Definitely cool to meet him. But of course, all the players were really fun to meet. Orlando, Foul, Fly Me, and Totem. Yeah, definitely cracked players on this side of the bracket as well. Definitely Totem, probably the weakest of the bunch. I think he definitely can be strong, and he made some really nice guesses, but lacked the consistency to get the country a lot of the time, and Orlando being the big surprise there. I definitely think Fly Me and Moo got a little bit unlucky. They were definitely two players who could have progressed further. Obviously, Group B was super tight at the bottom half, and Group A was a little bit more of a, you know, expected distribution. So, yeah, you can watch all the games here. It's very cool. And then, of course, I mean, we're talking about the Americas here, and I'll get onto the photos in a minute, but we also have the excitingness of the Europe slots being announced here. So we got 7 players qualifying, and we have 9 players. Yeah, 9 players. The 16 already announced. Now, I gotta say this, you know, Giovanni is kind of an odd one out here because he was one of the only players who only got 1 win at the last World Cup, and even at that stage, he was kind of, you know, not playing the game as much. Yeah, what I can say about Giovanni is he is actually probably my favorite person I met at the last World Cup. So Giovanni, if you're watching this, I love you, bro. But I don't feel like the invite was quite deserved on this occasion. So it's great for him, and I'm so happy that I'll meet him again. But you know, like they were probably better Polish players right now that could have deserved this spot. And given the fact that they focus so much on, you know, the you know, country diversity, it looks like probably another Polish player won't get there. So that's a bit of a shame in my opinion. But you know, if you're Giovanni, like no hate to Giovanni, bro. He's just you know, he's getting a free trip to Sweden once again. It's awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's just the devs who I think are a bit at fault here. But again, no hate to the man, and I can't wait to meet him again. Apart from that, you know, it's the usual suspects, people who did well at the World Cup, namely Blinky and Consus, right, heading the bunch. Yeah, I mean, we got 7 spots. Very interesting to see who shows up. I mean, surely we get Norway, Sweden, Finland like showing here. Probably Portugal as well. I watched Mate Potato's video about it. He kind of covered it nicely. So if you want to hear more speculation about what could happen there, well, do check it out. But of course, you can sign up here. And yeah, now I'm just going to take you through some photos from my trip, and hopefully there's nothing in here that I accidentally left in or anything, but you know, we'll come to that if we come to it. But yeah, obviously I flew via Qatar, and Geoguessr covered it, so thanks to the Geo devs for that. But obviously, you know, kind of out there on business this time. But yeah, obviously it's a 24-hour trip, so not that pleasant. There's a view of Qatar. Pretty stunning city from the top. I mean, I don't really like the Gulf state countries that much from an aesthetic perspective, but you can't deny that's a pretty sick skyline. So kind of looks like some Lego from up in the plane, but nice clear day in Qatar there. Then of course I got there and it's snow on the ground, which is for me. I mean, this is probably the most snow I'd ever seen. I guess I think so. I mean, at least at ground level, it's the most snow I'd ever seen, I reckon. So, kind of cool. You do see snow in Australia, but you have to go very specific places. So, yeah, not something you see in Adelaide too much. This was the hotel lobby. I mean, I kind of just left a lot of photos in here, so pardon that. The first day, I kind of hung out with Rainbow and Bloom, who'd also arrived pretty early, and we chilled out. Second day, I was over in the Geoguessr headquarters, and I'm hoping I can show this. I mean, I can always blur it if it's not meant to be shown, but they have a gaming room, and we played some Counter-Strike after I gave them a bunch of suggestions to add to the game, and not gonna lie, I was kind of whooping some ass, at least on the maps I know. So that was kind of fun. We just played retakes, and it's beast PCs, so it was really quite fun. A great thing to be able to do on the lunch breaks. You can see the sniffs on the table, and there's Mika, firing it up. He's pretty good at Counter-Strike, by the way. He's like the player relationships developer, so all the pros know Mika pretty well. Anyway, then we had the dinner on that night. That was great. We had like Swedish meatballs. I think there'll be some photos here. Swedish meatballs. I forget what the name of the prawn on toast dish, which you'll see in a sec, is, but here was everyone. We had some of the player managers. We had all the players, of course. There's Mika again. Peter Mackham also works for Geoguessr, so he was there. There's Bloom. We'll move forward here. This photo was a fail. It was meant to be of Jake and Orlando, but clearly failed. And there's me, CG, and Mackham again. Great to just spend time with the players, it's a joy. It's a joy, definitely. So here was the dish. Now Swedes will have to say in the comments what it's actually called, but this one was surprisingly delicious, man. Like, I was not expecting how good that was tasting. So yeah, that was great. Okay, these are a bit mixed up. I tried to put them in order, but apparently not. But here's like the concert hall on the way home. I think after that we went to the bar a little bit, just kind of chilled out. Here's on the way, so everything's a bit mixed up, but this was actually on the way to the dinner. Me and the devs walked, and it's just like it's kind of cool how extremely overcast, foggy, not really kind of weather we get back home, and obviously a bunch of Swedish metas, including the female crossing sign here, kind of cool. Okay, everything is definitely mixed up here because I thought it was more ordered, but anyway, here we are on a red road. I love my red roads, guys. Sweden's the great place to see red roads, so yeah, that was cool. Yep. This was okay, and we're really all around the place. I'm gonna stop saying that, but yeah, here we are in the behind the scenes for all the different screens going on at the World Cup. This is just on the training day, so yeah, it was kind of cool to see that. The studio was sick, definitely, and they did the magic back here. It's pretty seamless. They're very like Black Molly Entertainment is the company. They're very good at what they do. Have to give them that. Here was the studio, the little symbol here, which you guys all saw on stream, but to me it was pretty cool before that. I got some like professional photo taken beforehand. It looks pretty good, I think. Like, the lighting's crazy. It makes my eyes look like very vibrant, but crinkled shirt aside, it's a pretty cool photo, I think. And there's the serious one. Selfie with Gavin for some reason. Okay, here's the training room, so you get a better view of like where we're sitting later on. And also, Bloom has a vlog coming out. I'll be sure to let you guys know when that comes out because I feature a lot in it and it's going to be really entertaining. But yeah, so we were here inside the training room. Here's Totem and Fly Me, and Orlando's off to the side. There he is. They were just practicing pretty cool stuff. It's fun to just watch everyone kind of suss out the skills before the actual games happened. But yeah, the training rooms were pretty nice. A bit of a fit check. This was out in the street near the hotel in Sweden, in Stockholm. Very cool. Again, winter kind of vibes, but the sun was actually out. Someone said to me, the sun has not been out since you were here in September when I was there for the World Cup, so that's kind of funny because we met a lot of the same people. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Another fit check with Bloom. He helped me get dripped down. He was like kind of my stylist for the week. I'll be like, do I wear this, Bloom? And he's like, I got you, bro. This is kind of the fit for day one, I guess, of the World Cup. Kurva. This was right near the bakery what we filmed at, Strö, so that's where inside here is where we the baking with Gavin and Moo. The guy, what was his name again? Not Magnus. Marcus. He was really funny. That guy was a vibe. So that was down there. We were actually doing the cooking. I don't think you can. That actually might be him. But they were kids the whole time. They were like, "Oh, are you famous?" They were asking me, "Are you famous? Are you famous?" And they were like kind of following us and looking down into here. Kind of funny. Selfie in the toilet. I really don't know why this is in here. Hotel breakfast, you know, like the all-you-can-eat breakfast. I think that's a perk of staying in Sweden. I do like that a lot. You know, I was not afraid to pack on a little extra weight here because, you know, heaven knows I need it. But yeah, kind of delicious anyway. Then this day I went for a walk with Peter. So this is the morning of day 2. We, like, everything kind of started off in the evening, so we kind of had some time. Me and Peter went off for a wander here, so there's going to be plenty of photos from this little trip. Is the water that bright? I really don't know why it looks completely blue. It looks like the Minecraft void or something. But you have to tell me if you think you can work it out. I think the water is actually that bright in this photo for some reason. But it's all taken on phone, so take it with a grain of salt, I guess. Here's me pogging at the red road in Sweden. I mean, it's kind of pink this time, but, you know, red road's a red road in my books, and, you know, your boy loves them, so that's it's got to be my thing, guys, so, you know, I had to take some photos with it. Geoguessr headquarters is out on this side of the river, definitely beautiful. Like, you can see, like, the rock wall here is actually huge, so it's kind of cool. And here's like just like kind of like a really interestingly like hilly little part of the south of the river, I think. Yeah, so like Stockholm's surprisingly up and down rocky. It kind of reminds me of Sydney in that way. If you've been to both cities, maybe you can relate. But there's lots of like little walkways like this. That reminds me of Sydney a bit. But obviously very different cities in many ways. The ice on the river is kind of cool, on the ocean, I guess. Yeah. Okay, there's me and Peter. You know, swagged out in Stockholm, you feel me? Yeah, this is really cool. Nice Swedish house I saw, very cool, I thought so. 7-Eleven, historical 7-Eleven as well. I don't know, so, like, stuff like this is kind of intriguing to an Australian who doesn't get to see old architecture that much. But I know there's a million examples of these around the place, but, you know, still cool. Here we are on, like, a lookout. You got some nice views from up here. You know, the copper roof's kind of cool as well. The birds standing on the ice here, kind of cool to me. Nice red church here. I really like this architecture. Not really sure what style would that be, Gothic or something, but the red paint's really, you know, so Swedish, but so good looking. Yeah, so just more stuff. I mean, like an abundance of snow. I'm not really sure how that got there, but I mean, again, cool to me. Inside one of the biggest shopping centers, like tons of designer brands. I mean, me and Peter were just kind of gawking at the price tags, to be honest. Selfie on set. So there's Seltzer and Bloom, who were with me. We're getting mic'd up at this stage. I think in the vlog, Bloom will kind of explain more. But, you know, when you mic'd up, you have, like, the thing in your ear. It's got the producer talking to you. He's basically just talking about what's going to be happening on the screen, and you kind of... Sometimes you have to speak over him. If he's talking to, like, Seltzer, for example, then I just have to keep talking. So that's why that creates some awkward moments, because sometimes you're like, is he talking to me? And then you, like, stop talking, keep talking, whatever. Yeah, so there's Bloom getting mic'd up. On this thing, you could kind of mute yourself. So one time I sneezed, had to mute up. Yeah, and we can see, like, the live broadcast on here as well. Yeah. This was the actual player desk. In case you didn't realize, it's actually a compass. So it's kind of cool. I feel like a lot of the players even didn't realize that. And of course, there's Snus. Wow. Classic Swedes. Next one here is just some catering food we had. I don't know, this was just bussin', so I had to take a photo because it's also like equivalent to, you know, halal snack pack or AB, which we have in South Australia. So kind of cool. Yeah, this is back with when I was with Peter, so yeah, a little mixed up here, but this was like kind of a sky view of the city. Yeah, definitely nice. I really like Stockholm. I honestly almost dropped my camera here, or my phone, so glad I didn't do that. Yeah, another video from up here. I'm pretty sure you guys can't hear that, but yeah. Yeah, just a cool view back in the room. This is like a church. I went here on Sunday. Very beautiful. St. I forget what it's called, but it's like one of the main, it's some woman's name, one of the main churches in you know, downtown Sweden, one of the main Lutheran cathedrals, so kind of cool to visit that one. And again, very beautiful architecture. I probably prefer the red one, but this one also is like distinctively Swedish swag, and that's inside it. And yeah, very beautiful, like roof inscriptions and paintings and stuff. So yeah, I have to recommend going inside there if you're there. And then we're moving to the final day. Yeah, this is the final day now. Here we are, blue shirt on this day. Well, I have to say, like, you know, like you'll get the sense from the vlog with Bloom, but working with Bloom and Seltzer was amazing. Like, these two are true professionals, and especially Bloom, just a great friend. So yeah, this is pretty special. I mean, I really couldn't have asked for a better desk. That's kind of trite and cliched, but it's true. Like, these guys were great. There's the trophy, which now, I suppose, or very soon, has Gingy's name inscribed on it, so kind of cool. Here's me in Orlando. Orlando's definitely someone I became good friends with over the weekend, definitely a nice bloke, and I'll presumably meet him again at the World Cup, so that's kind of exciting. Mika, as I said, I guess I'll speedrun this because you guys have seen the players, but just had to get a photo with everyone. There's me with Jakey, Casper in the background. Yep, so there's Foul and Totem. Totem's a handsome man, eh? There's Moo. Moo's good fun. Definitely enjoyed meeting him. You know, I kind of expected, because he's like such a really good player and someone who's on the come up. I just kind of expected him like to have a different personality, but he's very reserved, very like you can hardly meet a nicer person. But yeah, it was fun. There's a Dogger, one of the Geoguessr devs who helped out quite a bit. And here is Casper, who's one of like the player managers. Oh, by the way, I just thought at the end of the video I'll probably briefly discuss like format and stuff, so stay tuned. There's me and Gingy, great photo with the Ginge man himself. Yeah, cracked player. What can you say? Congratulations to him. Here's us all upstairs watching. Like, you could even hear our screams downstairs sometimes. I've heard. And there's me and Bloom taking notes. We'd always take notes before the game, and we were pretty chilled out here. I mean, this photo's just like, it screams good memories, doesn't it? Like, I don't know, this is great fun to like just sit upstairs and watch with everyone. High pressure stuff, but you know, good stuff as well. I was constantly, you know, trying to make calls and stuff like that, trying to you know, outguess the people who are actually playing. But that's my competitive spirit. There's me and Yuan, one of the developers, back on stage here with Gingy. Yep. And there's I loved it when everyone came out. Bloom with the ultimate, you know, peace out, all of that. Yeah, that was a nice moment when everyone came out. Pizza kebab, have to go here if you're in Sweden, guys, definitely. And yeah, that's just about it. Well, like on the way home, I had some KFC Arabia with some tomato sauce ketchup, which was out of date. And oh yeah, look, this is a really cool like overhead. I'm actually not sure if this is Saudi Arabia or what. Like, it was just before we arrived in Qatar, coming from the European side, I think. But what this looks like Command and Conquer or something, like the background and everything. I don't know. Yeah, there's the team again. If you know, you know. Yeah, this is the team as well. I mean, I'm a Counter-Strike fan, so it's obviously like kind of cool to work with Parler a bit, and great to spend time with Rainbow as well. And there's me and Rainbow on the first night. See, this is completely out of order, but this is us on the first night eating kebab pizza, and me standing on the bed, and Mika calling me and me and Peter Blade and Young Sherman, so that's kind of funny. And there's a car selfie, and yeah. Oh, and this one's a great one to end on. This is like the greatest photo, man. Seltzer took this. It was like one of the last rounds. I'm not sure if it's the exact last round or like one of the last rounds. You have the guy here, one of the guys who works for Black Molly. He's got the $5,000 first place. He's about to ride it down. We have Mikkel, who's one of the founders of Geoguessr, with the trophy. And then we have me and Bloom absolutely pogging. I don't know, this is like such a sick photo. It's like everyone's just on the edge of their seat because the final delivered so hard. So that was really cool. And me and CG taking a photo. And that is it for the photos. So moving back here, yeah, just talking about like the format and everything. So I obviously don't really like the fact that moving is involved, but you know, you have to respect it. Like, the moving players do make their own as well, and you know, I mean, I just have to get good at moving before I play, don't I? It would be great if they split it up though. But for now, we have the whole kit and caboodle, so that is you know, it's cool with me. I just have to learn it before I head on over there, and yeah, I mean, the map was an improvement over last World Cup, certainly. This one was actually, like, not sure what I can say, but yeah, this one was made by the devs, and also AI generated, kind of a combination of both. But, yeah, I mean, apart from the fact that we had too much oi bruvs and too much grease, the map really, like, had lots of good locations. and it had more big countries, which I think is great. If you're only going to have 10 rounds, you want big countries, and, you know, very few rounds. Was there even a single game that ended after 10 rounds? I think there might have been one or something, but most just ended at the 10th round at the latest, so... Yeah, I mean, you can hardly call the map a failure. It was good. It was definitely better than the last one, so shout-outs to the devs for making that. Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, the format, like, yeah, it's a bit short. For example, I do think, like, if you play it out enough times, I do think Moo probably makes it out of the group. I think it was a bit unlucky. He definitely played like he was under pressure as well, but I feel like he's a bit unlucky to have you know, come out the way it did. He got 2-0'd by Gingy, but I believe everyone else he kind of took a map off. So yeah, a little unlucky there, I would say. But that's just the way it happens when you only play, you know, when you only play 6 matches or what. So wait, everyone played 6 matches. Interesting. Yeah. Whereas I'm assuming it's more here. Oh no, it's 6. Yeah, can't remember. Yeah, I mean, should be 6 matches. Like, what does that mean? Anyway, maybe I'm done. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I really can't complain. I think it was overall a great tourney. Definitely, I'm so looking forward to Asia, man. I want to get in there competing. I mean, you know, it would stand to reason that if they invited CG and Jake, who, you know, didn't have the best World Cup performances. Well, I got more wins than them, so surely I would be invited to Asia, but, you know, I mean, yeah, with a precedent, that would definitely seem to be the case. Yeah, we'll have to see. Thank you all for watching all the way to the end. Clearly, you found some interest in this, and let me know if you want. I mean, I'll do a vlog next time. I let Bloom do the vlogging this time, so I'll announce that on the channel. It's going to be a really entertaining video. Apparently, it's pretty long as well. Yeah, I think that's about all I have to say. So, I hope you enjoyed it, everyone, one and all. And, oh yeah, new camera in case you missed it on the second channel, but you've been watching it for some time now, so you probably realize that. And yeah, that's all I have to say here. So, thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys next time. We did it in one take. That was pretty good. Yapper, professional yapper. All right, bye, guys. Peace.